I was going to your name's home in uptown New York. She lived alone, so it was fine to come over any time we wanted, which was nice. I normally played video games with her or watched a movie, normal friend stuff. But there's one thing though. I have fallen so hard for her, it's not even funny. One day I looked into those big, beautiful eyes and started to stutter like an idiot. And I, the great Neon Leon, have never done that before. I would flirt with her, yes, but I never knew how much I liked this girl till a few weeks ago when she and I touched hands when trying to get the remote. Oh, sorry, you're... I looked into her beautiful eyes. I noticed how big and cute they were, how they sparkled in the moonlight of the dark night of her room. She smiled and shook her head at me. Oh no, go ahead. It's your turn to pick, Leo. She turned back away from me and got some more snacks as she did so. A gasket seemed to have blown up in my brain, and it showed in my face. I was all red and everything. It would put Raph's mask to shame. From then on, I've been not really looking at her in the eyes to avoid any other stuttering fits. Well, here I am now. Hopefully, this goes okay. Your perspective. Leo is coming over, and I'm so happy, but I'm worried about him lately. He hasn't been looking at me. He either looks down or away from me. I hope I didn't upset him when I said something. I didn't want to think too much into it because it made me sad to think my friend was mad or upset with me. Leo knocked on the window. Coming. I opened it up and gave him my biggest smile I could. Hey, hello, Leonardo. I always greeted him by his full name out of respect. Guess I'm old-fashioned. Hey, nickname. How's it shaking? He looked to the side, rubbing his neck. I felt a bit of sadness again, but shook it off. I'm doing great now that you're here. I grabbed his hand and let him in, and he never once made eye contact with me. What do you want to watch today? I asked. Anything you want is fine, he yelled quickly and covered his mouth. Sorry, he said. I said it was fine. Turning the TV on. A while passed. I was getting bored and decided to talk to Leo. So, how was your day? Awesome as usual, he smiled. Your brothers? Fine. He never looked at me, stared at the TV. I was getting frustrated now. Do you like my new shirt? It has cats on it, I said sweetly. Oh yeah, adorable, he said, nodding. I was lying. It had ducks on it. Leo? Yes. Can you look at me instead of the TV? I asked. He flinched a bit and moved about in his place. I started to tear up, but full waterworks started after. I was a big crybaby. Did I do something wrong? I whimpered. He snapped his head quickly to me. No, he quickly said, waving his hands. Leo's perspective. Why is she crying? What did I do? What does she think she did anything? Don't cry, your name. You did nothing, I swear. I tried to calm her, but it was no use. Then why won't you look at me? She said. I stopped. That's why she's crying? I'm such an idiot. Okay, I yelled and she stopped. She looked at me in pure confusion. I never yelled at her. Well, I'm not yelling at her, more at myself. It's because... your eyes. I barely got out. She blinked and had a shocked expression. My eyes? What about them? She asked me. I can't look at them. They're so big and cute. I said the last part quietly, but she heard me. My eyes are big and cute, she said to herself and put the words together, and then it clicked. She blushed madly and put her hands on her cheek. Really? She looked to the side, and I stared at her in awe at how embarrassed she was. Leo, you big dummy, why didn't you say anything? I thought you hated me, she cried, and those eyes got bigger and even more, I dare say, cuter. I could never hate you. Your name? Ever. I love you, I blurted out and covered my mouth next. She looked at me. She blinked and slowly but surely grabbed my hand and pushed it down. Say it again. she said. I looked at her and blushed so hard I couldn't take it. I stuttered out. Say it again. Properly. I sighed and started again. You drive me crazy. I see you and I clam up. You know how to make me laugh when I'm down, and you go along with everything. Like that time you called me the champion when no one did. You put up with that when no one else did. Your hair is so silky and smooth and smells really nice like cherries. Your smile could kill a guy if he looked at you, I said, and she sat there and listened. I didn't look at her in the face. Your laugh is contagious, and I want to keep hearing it. I hear it at night and it makes me sleep from the calm it brings me. Your skin is the most beautiful shade I have ever seen. It's so soft and bright when you blush. You're quirky and funny, and you even make puns and laugh when I say my awesome one-liners. I huffed out and breathed. But most of all, your eyes. They're so open with love and trust that it hurts. They're so breathtaking. They are like the ocean itself. That beautiful color is pure and pure of beauty. I didn't mean to hurt you, but your eyes are my weakness. Oh, who am I kidding? You're my weakness. I love you, your name, with my whole heart and soul. I can't take it anymore, I shouted, and she said nothing. I panicked. I understand if you don't feel anything for me. I'm a mutant turtle after all, and you're a gorgeous human girl, I said. You're way out of my... She grabbed my arm and I looked at her face finally. You mean it? She asked. Everything? I blinked slowly and shouted, Of course I do, and so much more. She grabbed my face and pulled me in for a kiss. I backed away and blushed. You don't have to. I wanted to, dummy. She smiled and giggled. You're kind of an idiot at times, Leo, I swear. She laughed as she sat on her legs. I love you too, Leo. She smiled. You should have just told me, silly, not make me worry so, she said, grabbing my face. I can't help but frown. I know, I am an idiot. She giggled and kissed my nose, causing me to be a blushing mess. But you're my idiot.